In this week's art therapy session,
we're going to be discussing what are you afraid of while we're creating the Jack Skellington mask out of paper mache. So if you want to see how we create this week's tutorial, keep on watching. Now, before we start, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, that you hit that notification bell, and you give the video a thumbs up, and you can also leave a comment down in the description box. If you don't have the materials to make the paper mache mask, you can always draw a half of a mask. Before you start, answer these questions. What do you want to get out of this week's art therapy session? Are you ready for change? What is my mindset about this week's topic? Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the belief that someone or something dangerous is likely to cause pain or to be a threat. It is your body's trigger that your fear is real, whether it's physical, emotional, or physiological. Ask yourself what happened and why do you have that fear? Take one of your fears and just sit and think about it. Your body pressure starts to rise, your heartbeat increases. You start breathing faster, you get lumps in your throat, you're not sure whether or not you should continue or run. Now start with your meditation and regulate your breathing. Meditate and think about how you can overcome that fear. For me, one of my fears is swimming in deep water. When I was younger, I swam at, what is it called, the wave pool, where it reenacts the ocean, and I got swept away. I wasn't paying attention, and that's where that stems from. And so what I did when I was older was I went and I took swimming lessons actually at the Y again, and not necessarily learn how to swim, but just how to have more confidence in the water. And remember, your feelings and your fear are valid. Everything is always designed to you. It's not designed to someone else. So make sure that you identify the fear and understand that it is your fear. Don't let someone else make light of your fear. Even if it's a fear of spiders, it's a fear of flies, bugs, those are valid fears. And actually that's why the word phobia comes from too. Like fear, phobia, they are all linked. If you wanted to be one of the first to view my content, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload my post every Tuesday. And one tip too is if you're going to be drawing or even painting your mask, make it something that you can actually look at. It's not supposed to be creepy where you look at it and want to throw it out. You can make it so that it's a very subtle fear or just a representation of the fear. Now, one of the reasons too I used a Jack Skellington mask is because I saw a Nightmare on Elm Street video, and I do not like scary movies. I try and avoid all of them. The sounds, being at home by myself, it just creeps me out, and that is one of the reasons why I used the Jack Skellington. Remember Chucky, what is it, Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, I think it was, Chainsaw Massacre, all of those shows were when I was younger, and they were not pleasant. And there was one in a cabin that freaked me out. Can't remember what it was called, but yeah, so just kind of go through the process, and you will see as you work through some of these fears, you'll see that it's easy for you to accomplish, and then others, you just need some help. Now, going through all of your fears and writing down why you have that fear and what you've done to overcome it, it's actually really powerful. Once you've conquered a fear, it allows you to see clearer that the other fears are stuff that may be easier for you to get over. Now, there are some obviously that are not, and you may need some assistance with that. But with all the fears that you have on your paper, write them down and do the exact same process. And some fears may take like just being able to sit and talk it through. Other fears may take you a month, 2 months, a year. And as you're going through your fears, just keep building on them. That's the way I like to conquer things that I'm really uncomfortable with. Remember that your project does not have to necessarily be the papier-mâché mask. You can do it on paper and then elevate yourself later on to making masks. You can make small masks and then even do an art piece on it. You can check out my channel and it will show you how to make the papier-mâché and then how to start building up your own little papier-mâché mask. To conclude this week's tutorial, here's a quote. So there is in our life this constant state of comparison, competition, and everlasting struggle to be somebody or to be nobody, which is the same thing. This I feel is the root of all fear, because it breeds envy, jealousy, hatred. Where there is hatred, there's obviously no love, and fear is generated more and more. J. Chris Mamuti. If you wanted to tag me on any of your projects, I do have my Instagram page where you are able to tag me on, and I also have a Facebook page where you are able to upload your different DIY projects. You can check out the link in the description for all the additional information. Now that you've gone through this week's art therapy session, you can check out this tutorial next. If you like this week's tutorial, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe to my channel and share the content with your family and friends. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.